going through it. Absolutely quadruply going through the motions. I actually was in a situation this weekend where I was around somebody that drained my energy, man. This person was just so toxic. Like, I don't even know what other better way to put it. It was a mess. I ended up having a really bad anxiety attack and also just a really, really bad breakdown. And I hadn't experienced a breakdown like that in a long time. And when I get to that low place, I beat myself up a lot because I don't want to say like I'm mentally like 100% all the time. I definitely still suffer from like things here and there, but it definitely did not get like, I definitely am not at an all-time low as frequent as I was when I was a teenager. So when I get to that point, I end up beating myself up because in my head I'm like, you're better than that. We stopped this a long time ago. I thought we were better. I thought I was okay. Why can't I be normal? And it just spirals. And I think my version of a breakdown is when all of my thoughts just kind of come together and they start spiraling. It can be hard to socialize, to get out of bed, to go to work, to go outside. Like, it's really hard to take care of yourself. And I think the biggest thing that I wanted to highlight before even starting this video is, some days you have to fight a lot to do things. And when you do, that's a really, really big accomplishment. But other times you just kind of have to give in to the breakdown. I'm not going to hold you. You have to give in to the mental health and you just have to lay there for a couple days and just not exist at all. Sometimes you might have to take a day off of work or take a break, several breaks, several naps, which I have done. It doesn't mean that you're losing. It doesn't mean that you're bad at anything. It just means that your body needs extra rest. Your body's super fragile and it just needs the attention and care that you can give it. I've gotten to this point where I'm still really low and the anxiety is still ever so much here and calling out to my name to the heavens. But I am awake, I am up, I am alive, I have a aura of gratitude on me, and I feel great because this is the step to progression. So even before getting into this video, I would say step one is get to a place where you can fight and do the work and put effort into taking care of yourself at the most crucial time where your body wants to give up and not take care of itself. And I know that it's very difficult, and I know that it's very hard to maybe even get out of bed or eat food or talk to a friend. But trust me on this, push, absolutely push whatever exertion you have. Like, if you have a crumb of energy, push it, and I swear to you, it will get better. If it doesn't, that's your body telling you that you have to take a break. And like I said before, take those naps, take that rest, lay there like a loaf for a couple days. But I'm telling you, if you have 1 ounce of energy, like one desire to like, hey, I want to maybe get up and go to the store, just do it. Just freaking do it. And I promise you, once you have that positive experience, it will trickle. Just how once you have a negative experience, it'll spiral. Once you have that positive experience, it'll circle back up. It's a lot harder to do that. It's a lot harder to pick that up again, which is why I'm making this video in the first place. But I'm telling you, it will get so much better once you take that first step. So first and foremost, we have to get into the energy of wanting to better ourselves, because nobody can get us out of this rut but ourselves. For the sake of this video, I'm going to take a quick intermission and look some halfway decent for this video. Give me 1 second. We'll do a quick intermission and then I will get back with the video.
2,000 years later.
Hello. Why did this drastically take me like 3 days to refilm? Like, I literally was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get pretty and change and then we'll be good. Then like freaking 3 days passed and my mental health got worse and now we're here. Luckily, in these 3 days, I actually feel a whole lot better. My mind is sharper, brighter, faster, stronger. And all of these things are thanks to the pillars. When I made this video, I kind of thought like, oh, okay, I can just kind of like remember what I did and jot like some notes down and then I can talk through it. But I actually slayed the dragon. I'm still not like 100% here. I want to say I'm maybe like 95%, which is actually pretty freaking good. So yeah, I'm very excited for that, and let's actually get through some pillars today. I noticed that if these 3 things do not ebb and flow with my life, I feel like complete and utter dog shit. So I wanted to go over that today. So the 3 pillars that pretty much shape my life and how happy I am is sleep, food, and exercise. I know that like it's so weird because I feel like when I keep reading certain things or I put in certain symptoms of like how I'm feeling, it's always like manage your stress, exercise, work out. But guys, like I feel like these answers are literally screaming at us every single day and we like don't want to do them because they're so obvious. But honestly, like yes, like if you don't do just honestly the basics for your body, it's never going to improve. So I just want to touch on these a little bit and hopefully they help you. Sleep is actually something I really struggle with the most. I am a morning person, but I'm also a night owl, so it never honestly translates well. I actually work out from 7 to 7:30 around that time, and then I go to work at 9. But at the same time, I am a ridiculous night owl, and I love to stay up. And also I have a bit of insomnia, so it's really hard for me to kind of like manage the night owl but also like more like early morning riser person in me. So sleep is actually really something that I'm still struggling with on just kind of keeping myself at bay and making sure that like I'm as good as I can be. There's a lot of resources out there on sleep hygiene and also on things that you can do to get yourself to sleep fast. One thing I do is I take melatonin. Melatonin is really like some for me. Another thing I do is I use a lot of CBD products. I'm actually running low, so I have to pick up some more. But I use CBD capsules and I also use CBD flower, and that kind of calms my body down and it allows me to go to sleep, and it actually has been helping with my insomnia. So if that's something that you're interested in, either with the melatonin or the CBD, I highly recommend talking to your doctor about it. I just kind of freeball it because it is what it is. But I highly recommend looking into those because that's something that's personally helped me. Eating healthy. Okay, so I feel like this is something that honestly I feel like this is something that honestly gets screamed at us every single freaking day. Eat healthy, eat healthy, eat healthy. The crazy thing is everybody has a different diet and a different way of eating. Some people are really good with a vegan diet. I hate it. It's not my jam. I really love meat. But at the same time, I have certain health issues that I am dealing with, and so things like dairy is a no-go for me. Things like wheat is a no-go for me. There are other things that just are like no-goes for me. I can't eat a lot of nuts. So there's just a lot of things that You personally will have to figure out if it's working for your body or not. And these do affect, like what you put in your body affects your gut microbiome. If you want to hear more about it, please comment below, because I would love to do a whole video on the microbiome. Like, I think they were saying your gut microbiome is like your second brain or heart or something like that. And it's super, super important. So something that I find is if I'm eating highly processed foods, if I'm eating very starchy foods, very foods that are high in like bad oils and grease, I ain't feeling that great. My body's just a little messed up. You know what I'm saying? And it affects me in so many other ways. It affects how I work out. It affects my mood. I get really grumpy. It affects my hormones. Like, there's just so much involved. So I highly recommend looking at your eating. If you're an emotional eater like me, that's also something that you'll have to kind of look into. So yeah, food is definitely a big one for me, and it definitely regulates my mood. Okay, so last but not least, I would like to talk about exercise. Before I actually get into exercising, I want everybody to, so before you get into your exercise journey, I want you to figure out why you are actually exercising. If you're exercising for a goal or a target, sure, but I want to make that I want you to think about goal results as an aftermath or a side effect to what you really want. For example, I'm gonna get a little vulnerable here, okay? When I was younger, this was in the era of like, what was it called? Like the heroin chic situation. Everybody wanted to be so stick thin. And that was me. I was one of those girls. Now I'm actually naturally curvaceous, even at my thinnest. I had some boob, I had some hip, I had some arm. I was just I was a very thick girl. I was very thick with the C. Like I was looking like Meg, and we love Meg today, but in the early 2000s and the 90s, like, we would have not loved Meg. You know what I'm saying? So I was one of the girls that looked like Meg, and people were not loving on me, or at least not people, but society was not loving on me and was not loving on my image. So my goals were to be as thin as possible, was to starve my body, was to give negative affirmations in order to achieve a goal that I wanted to achieve. I'm so grateful that we're in a society today where we still have a lot of issues, but we are in more spaces of body positivity, of appreciating figures of all shapes and sizes. And yeah, I'm very much appreciative of that. I'm at a point right now where I don't work out to necessarily lose weight. I do have body goals that I would like to achieve. But my first goal is to be strong and to feel good. I feel like I'm setting up my body for excellence, and I don't know, like, I'm more clear-minded, I'm more level-headed, I have more energy, and I just feel good. I feel strong, I feel good. It sets up my confidence. I feel like that girl. I feel like that material girl, and I feel like I can do whatever I want. I feel like I can rule the day. But exercising is huge in terms of clearing out your mental health. When you exercise, you push out a lot of like endorphins and releases a lot of feel good hormones that it really just sets you up. It sets you up and it makes you feel so good. And honestly, there's no reason to not work out unless you have like, really, really severe health issues, or, like your doctor is not clearing you to work out. Then that's like a whole different issue. But, for people that are able to work out, I definitely recommend it. And you don't have to do anything big or grandiose. When I was starting my fitness journey, I literally would just walk around the block. And some days I do a lot of strength training and weightlifting now, but some days I get into the gym and my body is literally like, girl, I want to work out, but I'm tired. And I'm like, okay, body. And I honor that. I will allow my body to go on the treadmill, or I might lift a lighter weight, and there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that at all. Again, because my goals are, I want to be strong and I want to feel good. And sometimes the strength just isn't there. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes as a woman, my body is doing its thing, you know? So I don't know. But some days I wake up and I'm tired and I'm like, okay. Other days I feel like I'm Superwoman and I'm just like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, the act of setting up non-physical goals, I feel like really helps for you to be in tune with your body and really give your body what you need when you're working out. Because some days you might just need a light jog around the block. Other days you want to lift the world, or maybe you want to do a marathon, or maybe you want to do that CrossFit thing and you really, really want to challenge your body. That's beautiful. That's great. But some days your body just needs some yoga or a walk or even just stretch, even just light stretching. And, you know, that's okay. But either way, the act of the physical activity is going to make your body feel good. And and that that routine, that consistency is going to set you up in other areas of your life. It's going to keep you motivated. It's going to have you feel focused on other aspects of your life. And I think that that's so powerful. And I really think that it sets up the dynamic of wanting to get ish done and be a bad bandana. You know what I mean? Being a bad banana. Can we say I'm gonna be a bad banana today, so I'm gonna do some yoga? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just great. I just love working out. I'm gonna go because this video is getting very long. Please let me know if this helped you. Please let me know if you are going to incorporate this into your routine. And thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye bye.